fast and quickly, whisper in the blues, and people pace and worry. But I'm just here with you. The frost could touch the rooftops, but it'll never touch my heart. 'Cause the warmth that you and I've got is more than just a spark. Time is always moving, seasons come and go, but on you I'm always counting. 'Cause even when it's cold, I know I'll always be warm with you. The sun's been taking turns now, between hiding or going down. And this town is feeling restless, but I don't have a doubt. Cause I know coming home tonight means coming home to you. In the glow of the kitchen light,
Wow, that was like a note.
time is always moving, seasons come and go, but on you I'm always counting. 'Cause even when it's cold, I know I'll always be warm with you. Time is always
Hello, it is a Wednesday, a smoky Wednesday. The sunlight color is not quite as clear as it normally is. It's a little warm. It's not quite orange, but it's warm. We got back from our family trip on Monday, and man, was I pooped. Monday was just a sit around, do nothing day because we got back pretty early, which was great. There was very minimal traffic coming back. Then yesterday was purely working on a branding package. I am doing one for a podcast, and it is mainly comprised of a lot of templates for social media. And I have a meeting with them on Friday to go over some logo options and some template ideas, etc. And yeah, that took up all day yesterday. I didn't even realize how long I spent sitting there. I sat down probably.
Wow.
I waited and I waited and I waited, and then you left, and now you're back. What?
Good news.
I sat down at 8:30 a.m. and just kind of started messing around with it, and then I got sucked in, and it was shortly after 6, and Josh was like, do you see what time it is? Yes, I do. I should have stopped work like an hour or two before that. But yeah, today I'm working on a wholesale order. I finished over half of it before we went on our trip, and then now I'm working on painting the last few markers, and then I will pour up the resin either today or tomorrow, depending on how far into the painting I go. There's a lot of layers to this one. 7 layers? 7 to 8 layers, depending on extra touch-ups and stuff. So there's a lot of layers, and I kind of have to pause between each layer to let it dry. So hopefully I can get them done today. There are less of them than there were before when I did them last time. So yeah, I want to get it done today because I don't want to work on them anymore. I want to move on to the next wholesale order that I have. This one I'm currently working has 50, which is the biggest wholesale order I've done for painted markers. I've done around 50 for like sheep before, but I've never done an order of 50 for painted markers. Well, I just got a wholesale order of 75. That's a lot of markers. So I did order more molds because I was like, for this one, I don't have enough molds for all 50, and so I have to do them in batches, which has not been my favorite. I'm not enjoying having to do the painting twice because I always worry too about variations between the batches, which I feel like I get them pretty close, but I still worry about variations. So yeah, I have more molds coming because that's gonna make it a lot easier, and then I can use them for various other things. It's not like the molds aren't gonna be used outside of this wholesale order. I use the round ones probably the most. But yeah, it's busy. I also really want to work on some of my own stuff. I am really hoping to find out if I've gotten into a holiday market, which would be the end of November. And if I have, I need to get cracking on some of my own things, like some new original paintings, some new prints. I really want to do some new sticker designs. I have lots of ideas for those. I also want to play around with my own branding a little bit, just to add a few new elements, etc. And I also have some other custom paintings I gotta work on. All the things. I also have a garden that's full of tomatoes and jalapenos and onions. I'm currently just freezing all of my tomatoes, but I'm gonna run out of freezer room here soon. So I think I need to just do a batch of sauce. But I'm gonna wait until I have a few more tomatoes so that way I can do one big batch. So I'm not doing it over and over again. But I'm not gonna lie, I've also just kind of been dreading the idea of canning, because it was definitely like a mom thing. Like, she taught me how to can, and then every year without fail I'd have questions. So what would I do? I'd call mom. So the idea that there's, you know, no mom to call is just kind of bumming me out. So yeah, we'll see if I get canning done. But I'm just letting it sit for now. I'm not pushing it, I'm not forcing it, but I do have a lot of stuff in my garden. But I'm feeling okay. I just am feeling busy, very busy, which is okay. Like I said, I'm grateful for the busy because it means I am bringing in some extra income to pay for life, because life's expensive. But yeah, I will show you some of my knitting maybe later today or tomorrow. We'll just see how busy I am today. I really want to get this wholesale order done, like, so desperately bad. And I need to package those orders because I just had another one come in. So we gotta go package those up. But there's also a freaking pile of laundry. Why is there always a pile of laundry? I mean, we did just go on vacation and I just washed a bunch of stuff, so there's why there's lots of laundry. But it needs to get folded, but I don't have anything to do today or tomorrow besides working. It's not like there's any places I need to be or anything like that, which is great. I just have Saturday. I'm watching my niece and nephews, and then we have a like youth event for my daughter. So other than that, it's pretty much free and clear to work. So I'm gonna get back to working. Oh, but look at my pretty mug. I got this like vintage mug at the Thorpe Fruit and Antique Mall over in Eastern Washington. It's super awesome. It has lots of tasty fruit. I have a peach that I've been working on all morning. Yeah, I still have some peaches here. Some delicious peaches. They were freaking enormous and very tasty. I'm seriously savoring them. And then like 2 stories of antiques. It's great. Highly recommend. If you ever go to Eastern Washington, check it out. Okay, back to work. So here I am, a few hours later, in the same spot. However, I am done painting my wholesale order, which is making me very happy. I may pour the resin this evening. We'll kind of see. Right now it's too hot, and I don't really want to stand over there. I have all the windows closed up because of the smoke, though the smoke is cleared out a bit since this morning. I can see the tree lines a little clearer, and the air quality has gone better throughout the day, but it's hot over there in the corner where I do it. So yeah, but I started painting some little nerdy art things, And then I've started painting stitch markers for my own restock because I've been wanting to do a fish collection. I really enjoyed painting the ones I did for Flock Fiber Festival, and they sold immediately. And I had a lot of people disappointed, and well, I decided, you know what, I'm gonna do an online collection and I'm gonna add a few extra fish to it. So right now I'm working on the sockeye salmon. Once they're traveling up the river to go lay their eggs. So when they're all red and weird looking. And then I got these. It's a type of turquoise. I forget the name of it. It starts with an M. And this little fishy guy will be a part of a set. And then, yeah, I want to work on some paintings, but we will see what I get to the rest of the day. I just made myself some lunch. It's been a minute since I've made myself a lunch. Not gonna lie, I've been pretty lazy and inconsistent about eating food in the middle of the day. I have to eat breakfast, but I can usually skip past lunch. So I'm trying to be better about not skipping past lunch. So I roasted up some tomatoes from my garden and then just blended it up in my little Ninja blender, personal size one. I made a little sauce for myself and it's delicious. Thursday night. However, I have spent most of my week a day behind. And I think it's because Monday was a holiday and we were like coming back from a vacation. So today in my head is Wednesday. But yesterday was Wednesday. Today is Thursday, which means tomorrow is Friday. I'm not quite sure how that happened. I've been busy all week working, now 3 days working, and I've accomplished a lot, but I also feel like I need another day to get all the things I need to get done, but I don't have another day because I lost Monday. Also, my brain is being dumb. Earlier, I was sitting with the kiddos, they were watching a show, and something popped into my head. Something I'm pretty sure I felt like needed to be done, or something I had potentially forgotten, whatever it was. And I got like this big bout of like anxiety, like, oh my gosh, I gotta get this thing done. It's gotta happen. My stomach was starting to hurt. And then I got distracted by something. And now I was like remembering that bout of anxiety of I gotta get this thing done, and I can't remember what it was, which is now giving me anxiety. What is the thing that so desperately needed to be done that it was giving me anxiety? It's fine, guys. It's fine. Everything's fine. It's fine. So I have anxiety over the thing I'm not sure why I had anxiety over. Yeah, okay, anyways. This is fine. This is a glimpse into my brain. It's scattered. It's all over the place. This is why I have to write things down. This is where I was talking to my husband about this earlier. Well, I was actually talking to my sister about this too, about how I'm very type B with some things in life and very type A about other things. Lists, technical things like accounting and all like the businessy ends of things and laundry. I'm very type B. Cares? Who cares if there's a pile of laundry, right? Who cares if there's a pile of letters and mail over there that needs to be opened? Psh. When it comes to driving, I'm very type A. When it comes to packing, I'm very type A. But my brain, when it comes to information and keeping things listed, is very apparently type B, which can drive me a little crazy. So this is why I have to write things down. Do you remember the lists and the things I've written down? Oh, no, that's silly. Anyways, I came here with some knitting to show you. First, I want to show you my crocheted coaster. So in my last vlog where I did some spinning, that was fun. If you haven't watched it, go check it out. I shared this little nugget of my like first drop spindly yarn that I had done that was so incredibly thick and thin. Well, I crocheted a coaster out of it, and I used every last bit of it, except for 2 little chunks like this big that I snipped to clean it up. But I'm so happy with it. It fits my mug perfectly. Okay. In other news, I'm still working on my tank top. I think I'm about done with the body. I need to grab my other tank top and hold it up next to it. But I'm pretty sure I'm about done and need to start the ribbing. But I have to dig out the other tank top to find that out, and I don't want to do that right now, so I set that project aside. And I picked up my sister's cardigan because I need to finish it, because fall is right around the corner, and I want her to have it by the beginning of fall. That was like kind of my thing. It's like, this is your birthday present. This is your birthday present. In May, I'll let you pick out the yarn and the pattern, and by autumn, you'll have a cardigan. Well, I've just picked up for the button placket. It's my least favorite part. I hate picking up stitches. Hence why there's a tank top over there that's not finished, because, well, I have to pick up stitches from around the neck and the arms to do an I-cord. No, it will sit there for now. But this cannot sit because it is a gift. So I'm picking up for the button placket. I don't mind double knitting. I kind of actually enjoy it. Call me crazy, but I don't mind it. But I do mind picking up stitches. So I started the button placket. Ta-da, there it is. Isn't it cute? It's like a whole 3 rows long. But yeah, I gave it a nice little steam along the edges and stuff to chill the stitches out before I picked up stitches. So there's that. I'm working on that. That'll take me probably a week to work on the button placket. Not because it takes me super long to knit double knitting, and not because I dread it, just because I haven't had much knitting time lately. And then we have my tank top, my papyrus top that I've been working on. I took this on our trip with us. I basically only knit while we were in the car, and it was a very short drive, so I didn't get tons of knitting done. I did finish the back panel while we were on our trip. I think I was to here when we started, so I finished all of that, and I joined in the round on our way back, and I got about that done. I would like to have this autumn. May not happen immediately, but it is fingering and it is very small, so I can tuck it in my bag, and this will probably be my continue to be my on-the-go knitting. So yeah, those are my projects at the moment. I want to cast things on. I've got some serious cast-onitis, we'll call it. I want to have something new and shiny. But I really want to work on this cardigan to get it done. Because if I cast something new and shiny on, I'll only work on that and I'll ignore this. And that's not right. I'm trying to be disciplined. I'll work on one thing-ish at a time. So I've got this. I've got this. I have the other tank top, which I really just need to grab the other one so I can measure it, so I can do the ribbing and be done with it, because then I'll just crochet the straps and the border and it'll look fabulous and I can start wearing it. But I want to cast on a new sweater for myself. And also, I'm not gonna lie. I may possibly have recently been using shopping as a little bit of therapy, which is not usually my thing. It's not usually my thing. But there's another cart of yarn that I've had sitting for a really, really long time. Like a really long time. Probably about 6 months. And yesterday I was like, I'm just going to do it. I'm going to do it. It's been sitting here for 6 months, so I'm going to buy it. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I don't have any plans for this yarn. I've never even felt this yarn. It's a new yarn to me. So buying a sweater or a giant scarf's worth is maybe a mistake. But it was also really affordable, so we'll see when I get it. Who knows? Oh, you guys, I'm so tired. Mentally and like physically, I'm so exhausted. I have not been sleeping the greatest. But my goal is to be better organized with work. I want to be better about that, which I feel like I've been actually pretty good the last couple of months. Like leading up to Flock, I felt pretty well organized. And right now, I have a lot of things going on with work. And then I just got another email like about potential other work, which I'm so incredibly grateful for. A few years ago, like if you asked me if I thought I'd have the amount of work I have going on right now, I probably think you're crazy. But I've got so much going on at the moment. So grateful for. And I feel like I'm organizing it well-ish enough, better than I have in the past. But I want to get it even more streamlined so I can fit in some making time for myself. Because I do feel like I'm very stretched for any sort of free creative time. And I feel guilty when I do create something for myself because, well, I should be working on things for orders and for other people. So I gotta find a good balance between the work making and the creative making for myself. So we'll see. I feel pretty, like I said, well organized with work things. I feel pretty on top of it. I have a wholesale order that will be going out a couple of weeks ahead of schedule. Bravo me. I would have been done with it today. However, I'm waiting for some findings to come in the mail because I ran out. So those won't be here until Monday. So I would have been done today though. And I was so excited to be done today and I was plugging away and I was like, no, I'm out. So anyways, I couldn't finish that. And then, yeah, I've got a restock coming out of a fish collection, which was very spur of the moment. I've been wanting to do it, but I didn't have it like actually scheduled or planned. And I was like yesterday, like, I'm just going to put it on the calendar, make it a thing and do it. So yesterday I casually announced in my stories, and then today I did a reel about it because if I put it out on the internet, it's going to hold me accountable. So I did. I planned a whole bunch of different markers. I poured all the backs for all the painted markers today. I feel so organized. Who even am I? So yeah, I also feel very rambly. I'm talking a lot. But I feel like it's all pretty good. So yeah, all those things. Feeling all right about it. At the same time, a little overwhelmed. But it's like not a bad overwhelmed. It's just like a little bit overwhelmed. A healthy overwhelmed. I'll check back on that later. Maybe later the full overwhelmedness will catch up with me. But as of right now, I feel organized. However, that thing that I apparently don't know what I'm forgetting that's giving me anxiety, eventually I'm sure that thing will pop back up and maybe I'll be freaked out again. I'm going to get a lot of stuff done, hopefully tomorrow. My goal is to do more painting. I have a branding meeting in the afternoon to go over all of the stuff I've been working on for that podcast. And then more painting. Because I poured all those backers. So I just need to paint tomorrow. Oh, I'm trapped. So yeah. Anyhow, I could probably keep rambling on about absolutely nothing for a good while longer. But I should probably go to bed. So I'm going to do that. Yeah. My cosmos are so freaking huge. I'm going to start pulling these out soon. These guys were not supposed to be in my garden. I think some of my seeds either cross-pollinated or something, because they were supposed to be like those nice little peach ones. So I'm not sure what happened there, but yeah. So I'm hoping I can collect seeds from that peach one and actually get peach ones next year. But just in case, I ordered some new peach seeds, and then I'm going to collect ones from those roughly white ones. I experimented with some new ones this year, and I think the roughly white ones and the peach ones are my favorites. And then I still really do like this burgundy one. Some of you may think it looks exactly like the hot pink, but it really doesn't, I promise. Well, on camera they do. So I promise you this is very, very pink, and this is nice and soft and subtle. I also need to come out and collect some zinnia seeds soon. I'm going to let them go and finish up. I think I'm going to pull out these ones. I don't like these ones, but I really like these ones. I like the structure of the bloom a lot better. These I just think look a little weird. So I'm going to pull out these ones. Let these ones go to seed. Hopefully they didn't cross-pollinate. Who knows though? Whatever. We'll see next year. And then, let's see, what other ones? Oh, I really liked these ones. The Queen Lime Orange, I think. But yeah, I just got done doing some clean out in the garden. I cut some of the raspberries down. Our neighbor's fence fell over in a windstorm last year. I chatted with them a few weeks ago asking, like, hey, if you ever get to the point where you're wanting a new fence, like, let us know and we'll go halvesies on this side, because we have an ugly chain link fence. So I'd love to get rid of that and have a nice shared pretty fence. So yeah, anyways. And then, well, last week I ripped out the green beans that were there because they were infested with spider mites, and, well, they died. So they got ripped out. All right, and then over here I just cleared out a bunch of mint and other things. Yeah, I've got a lot of stuff out here. I'm slowly but surely every week filling up the yard waste bin and just kind of clearing out one thing at a time. I'll kind of end with the things that I'm letting go to seed. Like, I'll let the cosmos stay until, they've gone to seed. I'll let the few zinnias that I want seeds from, I'll let them stay. I'm going to rip out all the hot pink cosmos because I don't want seeds from them, because I don't like hot pink cosmos. And then in here I've got a bunch of green onions still, so I'm just going to let them do their thing, because I can continue to collect those through fall, and I don't know if they'll last through winter, but we'll see. I still have tons of jalapenos. My plan was to make salsa, but life has just told me no. So I think I'm going to pick them all and then chop them up and freeze them. Same as what I'm doing with the tomatoes. And I will can them later on in the season in some salsa. Or save them for next year, because I've done that before too, where I freeze tomatoes and then the next year I end up using them. So yeah. And then I've got tons of onions in there, which those I will continue to use as and when I need them. So yeah, just a little mini garden update, I guess. Eventually I will get that bed cleared out and put new beds in a hoop house in there. But again, life. We're rolling with it, and we do things as we have time and energy. So yeah. I thought I'd wrap up this vlog by showing you some new yarn real quick. Also, I have a hot mess here. This is all my needles that have been sitting out on a table that I have next to me where I sit in the family room. And I have this tendency to, when I'm done with a needle or a cable, to just pile it on the table. So it was getting a little out of hand, and to the point where I literally only have a couple of sets left in my needle binder, which is one that I have from Knit Picks. It's a few years old, so I don't know if they still have this or not. Yeah, but I really like it. And then I also have my folder for my fixed needles, and this is just a budget binder that I got off of Amazon a while ago, and it has been very handy. It's like not too big, but it fits them just right. So yeah, and then, oh, I have a bunch of crochet hooks here too, but those have a more fun storage solution. They live in a VHS case. Check it out. Because, well, all of my knitting stuff kind of lives like in my family room, and it's like nerdy and movies and all the things. So like these, I also have one for my double pointed needles. They just like sit on the shelf, and they're cute and they're movie themed, and yeah. So anyways, that's a little tidbit. I've got all this hot mess here so I can clean it. But so my last vlog, I think it was my last vlog, maybe the vlog before, I chatted about, you know, all the lovely tariffs and duties and all the fun things that are being placed, and so a bunch of companies are no longer going to be shipping to the United States. Well, Wool Warehouse was one of them, and they're my favorite because they have the most like budget-friendly options for wool yarns, like drops. They usually have the best selection. So I ordered a couple of things that I've like had in my head for a while. I was like, okay, well, maybe I should just get it now. Like, and if it sits in my stash for a while, that's fine. So I ordered some yarn for a blanket. I've been wanting a blanket like the ones I make for baby blankets, like for my living. So these are the colors I got for the blanket. The colors. This one would be the main color, and then these would be the stripes in it. So I've got a bag full of that I will put away for now, because I already have a blanket project going that I should probably work on at some point, but you know. And then I got a sweater quantity of Drops Air. I've been wanting to try this yarn for a very long time. I have a sweater knit out of a yarn that's very similar, and I love it. And I just, yeah, it's so squishy. It's so incredibly squishy. But this is the color 49, and I'm so excited. I think this looks great. So that's my blanket and sweater quantities worth of yarn that I got. Other than that, now I'm gonna get back to work. So I will see you in my next video. If you enjoy watching, make sure you hit all the buttons, you know how to